G'day, today we're going to have a look at the weekly challenge in Mini Motorways. So let's have a look at what we have. We have unlimited roundabouts, no destinations become circles, that's going to be tricky. Bridges do not require road tiles. Okay, so destinations not becoming circular is tricky because it means that the game won't ever... a circular destination can hold... how many? 9 or 10 or 8 sort of deliveries before it loses its mind, whereas a smaller one can only hold 6, which means that the demand is going to be greater on the smaller destinations. If we hit double destinations, we're definitely going to be in trouble. Also, I have unlimited roundabouts, so let's use roundabouts going into destinations as much as we can. Well, there's a double destination, so you can just write this one off already as that is going to struggle. Although, again, it's not going to have circular destination, so we'll see. Let's try and put an optimistic look on how we approach this one. That house on the far right, I think we can just sort of say he's too far away to be useful. Again, let's put a roundabout there. I don't think I can put one on this other side. One thing that actually becomes surprisingly tricky is how, even when you want to use roundabouts, there's not that much available space for them. As this goes along, you'll see less and less situations where you can put a roundabout in front of a destination. The reason I'm doing it is it gives me the option to have like, say this yellow destination gets really busy late in the game, what I can do is that, and I can add a motorway to here. So that's sort of the idea, that it's giving me a point that motorways can join, make life that little bit easier. But I have also had games where I've removed roundabouts at the end, and then it's created a lot of awkward locations for destinations that have popped into those points to have space. So I think this time I've got to say, oh, is it maybe the time that I did that actually, maybe I just decided to use the roundabouts as a blocking tool and blocked all the way around the motorway, sorry, the destination. So say I would go roundabout here and there, just sort of like to really give space. I don't know what to do with that guy, whether he's better off going south. Seems like he is. But yeah, the no circular destinations. I think no circular destinations doesn't necessarily mean you won't go for as long, but it means that you won't score as well, because the demand is so much greater when it comes to those that it's not too bad. If you look at that pink at the top right, I have 4 houses managing that, and every single time an order is coming up, a car is going, there's always someone available, and I'm not making any ground on it. Like, there's still permanently 3. And that's got 4 houses that close, and that's struggling. Okay, so let's now quickly think about some layout options. These pinks on the right-hand side are in a nice little sort of grouping, but too far away to helpful. What we're going to do is I'm going to split that to 2, because I've now got a second pink destination. That actually hopefully means that they will divide their the workload, and this pink won't actually be as busy as it has been. What we're going to do is we're going to take these 2 yellows and we're going to run them down here. I could also run those yellows down to the right side over here. Okay, so what are we going to do for you? Just that? Just concede that we can't fit a roundabout in there. Just give that one guy to look after him. It does feel that this is a sort of a map style where what you want to do is have as many destinations as possible. So you don't want to do any blocking because it's going to be a slow tick up of your score anyway. Yeah, you look at that now. Look at pink and how much slower it is because there's two destinations. That's the power of sharing the load, and why you can really struggle if you don't have if you've got one color where you've only got one destination. Perfect example of that pink, showing that off. Okay, so let's just pause for a second. I'm going to take that bridge out, and I'm going to turn these two guys around. They can go like that. Then what we can do is turn pink around, and we can run them through that gap. Can we fit a roundabout in here somewhere? We can't, so they'll be without a roundabout. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this yellow guy across there. We'll wait for that bridge to come back. I'm going to do that. And now... So we've got two yellows sharing 4 houses, and then but we've also then got blues sharing that road. So we're quite even and clean at the moment with 3 blue destinations, 3 yellow destinations, 3 pink destinations. Again, I don't think we can get a roundabout in there. Wow, that's a... Okay, so let's pause for a second. What I'm going to do is get rid of that roundabout, give these guys just a straight line across so that I can give these two a roundabout. And I think I'm going to have to cut that road, turn these guys around. I don't want to go too close to them. I want to swing out to leave as much room as possible for other houses to show up in that section. I've got the one motorway, which these two blues on the right might need. I mean, none of my blues are overly well stocked with houses. One's got 1, one's got 2, one's got 3, and then those 2 have 3. I mean, it's not... Oh, okay, so we've got a new color. It's not great, but I can do that and allow blue to cut through. But again, I don't like that I'm doing that. Okay, now I don't have the available, we put a roundabout in there. Not the end of the week, that's the weekend. I don't have, available bridges to get over here. So what we're gonna do is that. We'll let both of those guys use that setup. What a time to get 2 new colors. I'm going to cut that bridge out. I think I've just used blue to do a quick support of it, like these other houses, and hopefully they're now in a place where they'll be a bit happier. I'll put a roundabout on this end since I'm allowed to. Then we'll run this guy. Ah, got all that effort just to get that. So now, really, these 3 guys are needed for the top. Hopefully we see some more red a little bit closer to where we need those to get. So far we haven't been too bad with our layouts. Alright, pink miles away from everything, and I've got one bridge. I mean, we can run that guy to there. But we have we've got 4 pink destinations, and we have... How many pink houses? 7? 7 pink houses for 4 destinations. Wow, they're coming for me. Okay, I've got an extra roundabout. Sorry, not an extra roundabout, an extra motorway. What we're going to do is we're going to cut that. And pause for a second, turn that guy around. We'll let these two guys just have 2 different setups. Since we don't want like we'll divide the yellow out from the green. Let's get this yellow on there too, because yellow is still in demand on this side. Well, I was just about to say that these yellows could go help out that guy there, but it looks like they've got a new job. Well, yeah, this is amazing that, like, how few houses you get when... If you wanted a visualization of what the difference is between circular destinations and how busy they are versus the square ones, all you have to do is look here at the how few houses this thinks that you need in order to run just square destinations. Alright, here is actually a great spot for a roundabout with the messy way that these guys are connecting in. What we'll do is I'm going to put a roundabout there. Just pause for a second because we've got another yellow. Drop this guy a little bit sharper. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 2 guys. Trying to avoid making that an intersection. And we'll cut them south there. Okay. So, again, we now have 7 yellow destinations. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 houses. So we've got this guy over here who's got 2 houses for himself. These 2 are sharing 4. That guy's sharing 1. Those 2 are sharing 5. So the greedy party here is the guy at the top, because they've got 5 for just 2. Greedy. So I guess if I run this down here, they can sort of go into that. Yellow house is really blocked out there. There's a pink house here that's not being used. So I'm going to turn that pink house that way. Turn them around. Okay. Well, at least we can sort of... No, he's going to get blocked out. I can't do anything with that guy. Blue house down the bottom there. If I cut these 2 guys that way, then what I could do is have this guy double back Be the second house looking after that one. Alright, so we now have orange up here, or red, depending on what you see that colour. Needing to get connected to something. But he's not close to other reds, so there's no, like, easy run. Essentially, at the moment, I think it's just going to be him in this one house. Another motorway. Or I need to stop wasting some of these motorways, but I need to get this green to there. I have one bridge, so I guess I could do like... It was annoying when you make a mistake on a bridge and you have to delete the whole thing. I don't love that. I would definitely think that blue should get a motorway here. Ah, perfect. I was going to say I need to give a second house to this this red in the top right, and one just landed right where we wanted it. Well, we have made it up over 1,000 points here. Again, like I said, it's more about the pace that you can make points more than anything. Green on the right. Oh, perfect. Definitely needs some more help. There it is. Twofold. But what we really need is a motorway. We've got two pink houses not being used here. So let's use them. Few yellow houses at the top that aren't getting used. Those red houses at the top actually could come in handy. So these two guys here, what we can do is we can run them in there, and I reckon get rid of that motorway. Now we've got another motorway, so what I'm going to do is get rid of that bridge. And we're going to run a motorway from here to there. A great little placement of the greenhouse. So this guy is now completely covered. Who's struggling? That guy. Okay, well, this is probably the easiest solution we have. We have a motorway available. So what I can do is I can just send a second motorway up. I don't need to delete the other one or move the other one. I can say, you guys go up, take care of this. And then we can get rid of that motorway. And then he gets 4 houses looking after him as opposed to 2. But it's saying to me as well that red is starting to struggle for the number of the destinations that it has. So firstly, let's get this green guy connected in there too, because he can go help out with that one. Red has 3. Yellow actually is looking pretty bad too. So yellow is... Our problem is this section in here where we've got 3 houses connected. So where have we got yellow houses that currently aren't doing anything? Got 2 yellow houses at the top here, but they are basically blocking 2 blues in the same area. So I can't actually travel them down to this section because there's a blue in this area too. It is sharing. I can't even get that blue off this network. If I could disconnect that blue from the rest of this grid, Maybe we can do that. What if we got rid of that? Made that straight through. Got rid of that. Put him to there. Did that. We lose that motorway. But then what I can do is this. Assumably those two blue houses there aren't going to go south. They're still going to go north because they're the further away locations. And I mean, it's funny that freeing up that roundabout has given me a very close yellow destination already. Okay, so let's swing some pink back towards... actually, that one's not doing too great either. Where have we got available pink? But this guy's got 3 now. He's got 3. That guy's got 4. That guy's got 2. Let's turn this guy that way so it's more of a divide of everyone's got 3. Then we've got this one spare guy that we'll give to the guy that's in the largest struggle at the moment. We have hit 2,000. I would say this is just a little pink surge that we're experiencing at the moment. So what we've got to do is just survive it. There's a pink house hidden there too that becomes the closest guy to that one. But then let's give this guy to that side. Desperately what we want to see here is a another pink destination. Basically to divide the workload of pink out a bit more. Is there any pink house that's currently not being used? Because we've got 2 down here. Okay, so let's disconnect this guy for a moment. Let's connect the 2 of these together. And this is where a roundabout does come in handy. So we're going to consider this guy is worst off. So we're going to quickly search them. You can see the other guy that was struggling is starting to win his battle. But it's just this one that we're currently losing. We're winning him back, so I'd say the surge is over with pink. Yellow's looking pretty bad for a surge too at the moment. You can see these 2 guys over here aren't too happy. That second house there means that this no longer needs that connection. So what we're going to do is we're going to chuck that to this side. And I'm going to run this guy around the outside here. Actually, no, let's run him all the way up to the roundabout. It's a little bit longer, but it'll be a little bit cleaner. But these 2 yellow houses here, I would say, are close enough that that double destination should be fine. For at least a little while. Got another blue house there that we can connect in so that guy doesn't lose a blue house. There's certainly a lot of house sharing going on in this that I generally don't like. I definitely don't like the yellow situation. There's 2 different sets of yellows. The 4 houses on the far left. These 2 on the left, and then these 2 just on the inside of the river. Both need some correcting. If I had a second yellow house in the bottom left, I could disconnect this this house. We're struggling. Blue at the top. Blue at the top has 3 houses. We do have more bridges available, so let's just give him that 1 house. I mean, that increases his available housing by 33%. I also have these 3 houses here. Actually, we've got a fair few blue houses that are just sort of out and about. These two guys aren't doing great either with their 6 houses. So this motorway over here is for green. We've now got 2 greenhouses on the bottom of this, so we possibly are close to not needing it. Okay, that's a second house there, and I said that if I had a second house, I wouldn't need... I could disconnect this guy. I stand by that. I think so. Again, they're not looking too bad at the moment, so let's just leave... They've finished their surge. I think blue is now who our surging sturgeon. That doesn't make any sense, but feels like it rolls. Are there any sturgeons in sport that could surge? Has a surgeon ever surged? Can a surgeon do anything that makes them surge? There's something there. Red houses at the top here. This section down here feels like there's some layout change we could do to make it more effective. Try and work this out. What if we moved this back to that location? We turn these two guys around, hop them that way. We take this guy and he goes that way. So now instead of having 4, you've got 5. We take these two guys and we bounce them out. They go to... I mean, they could flip around the outside here to connect to help that guy out, or they could go be this guy's support. These guys aren't doing anything at the moment, so we don't actually need that space, so he can cut through there. And have 2 houses. Let's see if that's anything. You can always give these houses on this side to him as well. Now that means that this one house has 12 houses looking after it. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip one of those around. What I'm also going to do is I can do that to get this blue house connected in that section. These, I don't have a motorway at the moment. I'll have one in a second maybe? No. Apparently without a motorway. Now that red at the top isn't happy because we just lost him his network briefly. Blue is who we need to help out. So what I'm going to do is... Green is using this motorway, but I think I need it more urgently. I'm going to turn this guy around because he's on a road that doesn't actually use blue. And we're going to grab that real quick and send it over here to try and get those guys helped out. This is the real danger of 2 destinations on one, because we can't tell one of these guys to just focus on one thing. Got to tell, we've basically asked both to look after both, and it is causing the disaster we see at the moment. 4,000 on that one is not too bad. It's early in the week, so I may be skewed higher than I otherwise would be, but let's see how we're going. Top 1%. Number 3. Close to number 2. Nowhere near number 1. There we go. It's a slow trot, this one. Any questions or comments, feel free to check them below. And until next time, catch you later.